And we want to go now to former White House advisor Dr. Sebastian Gorka, also the host of the Gorka Reality Check here on Newsmax. Sebastian, good to see you this Saturday.
Thanks for having me, Bianca.
So all of this is going on. Assaults are happening all across Ukraine. Biden, meantime, is in Delaware. He's talking to union leaders. The administration, we know, is sending Kamala Harris now to join Secretary Blinken, who's in Poland today. It certainly doesn't seem like we're projecting any strength here.
It's absolutely embarrassing that my national radio show is on 3 to 6 Eastern every day, and to be in studio yesterday and to be told by my producer that Biden's already left for Delaware. It's as if he doesn't know what happened, as if he doesn't know that Ukrainians are being killed, women and children are being evacuated or hiding in subway stations. This is an utter embarrassment. This is what happens when America doesn't lead the world. As President Trump said in his speech recently at CPAC, he's the first president this century who was in the White House when Russia didn't invade a nation. It happened under George W. Bush in Georgia. It happened under Obama with Crimea. And now it's happening under this senile, feckless old man who's hiding in Delaware as people are fighting for their lives in Europe.
And, you know, Putin is taking meetings and he's speaking. In fact, today he had a meeting with the Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett. I guess Zelensky had asked if they would go in as Israel could mediate for them. We have Emmanuel Macron apparently on a speed dial with Putin. So obviously this is not looking like America has the superpower with this administration. But we want to, Sebastian, listen to what Secretary Blinken had to say yesterday. He's overseas. This is what he says about the war with Russia.
Every ally, in one way or another, is coming to Ukraine's assistance. Every ally, in one way or another, is helping to strengthen NATO itself. And as the Secretary General said, ours is a defensive alliance. We seek no conflict. But if conflict comes to us, we're ready for it. And we will defend every inch of NATO territory.
So we keep hearing from the leaders here that we are ready. Unfortunately, we know that this has been simmering for years with Putin, and even as last November, the U.S. was fully aware that these troops were being built up along the Russian-Ukrainian border. And yet, we seem to be one step behind every step of the way, Sebastian.
Well, that clip tells you everything you need to know, Bianca. I mean, listen to that man. He's a beta male. There's no energy there. There's no robustness. That's not a strong man who's going to be taken seriously by the likes of Moscow. That's what we have, whether it's, you know, our politically correct generals like Mark Milley, who are more interested in critical race theory than understanding the Russian bear, whether it's the old man in the White House who needs to go home for a nap on Friday afternoons, or whether it's that pathetic individual, Blinken, who was rhetorically slapped in the face by China, our greatest enemy, at the first meeting with communist China. This is an embarrassment. We need to help the Ukrainians now, not with troops on the ground. We're not an interventionist conservative movement, if you look at what President Trump did, but we need to provide them more of what we did when we were in the White House, which is anti-tank weapons like the Javelin, surface-to-air missiles. We need to make the Russians bleed and bleed out. All those invading forces must be dealt a deadly blow every single day by the brave Ukrainians under the control, under the leadership of Vladimir Zelensky. This is 1956 again. This is the Hungarian Revolution. This is 1968 in Czechoslovakia. If 1776 means anything for Americans, well, guess what? This is Ukraine's 1776. They provoked no one. NATO wasn't on the cusp of invading Russia. This is asinine propaganda from the Kremlin. They are an independent nation that needs to liberate itself, and we need to provide them intelligence, weapons, and munitions now.
Well, it seems like it is en route and it is on its way. Will it be in time? Will it be enough? That is, of course, the big variables here. Dr. Sebastian Gorka, we appreciate your insight. The host of Gorka Reality Check, of course, right here on Newsmax, folks, where you can get more of Sebastian. Thanks so much. Great to see you.